You're listening to the powerhunter3s gamercast. Hey guys, just figured I'd let y'all know, if you guys like my content dealing with my podcast, you guys can come watch me live at twitch.tv/powerhunter3. I play video games most of the week, and if you guys are not interested in that but you want to get involved in the podcast, you guys can 100% check it out. I do my podcast every Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Live. We're gonna be having a good time tonight. We're gonna be talking about the TWAB, what we've got going on currently, and everything that's happening in Destiny 2 right at the moment. So, regardless, I just gotta pull that up. So I gotta put you in studio. I don't know why I have 18, 17. Come on, lower down, you fucker. Pardon my language. But podcast, as I said, we're going to be talking about the Destiny TWAB, and we're going to have a good time doing so. So once I get everything loaded up here. Alright, time to pull up the Bungie TWAB. The TWAB time. Which I should have done so last week, but I decided to leave it for the podcast. Alright, 6/11. Today is 15th. So that's the TWAB that I want. Come on, lower down, you stupid thing. Alright, we're good. Anyway, to the pod. As we're going to talk about the TWAB. So according to this week at Bungie, we launched a whole bunch of missiles. It's been an action-packed week. Over the weekend, we watched as Rasputin sent literal ordnance into the sky to take down the Almighty in Destiny 2's first ever live event game. In-game event. Which, as I talked about on Monday, last week, was a fucking fantastic idea, and I hope they keep going with it. And it followed up with an entire salvo of virtual launches in the form of media, articles, and streams to showcase the future of Destiny, which was awesome and unawesome at the same time. Come on, load up Destiny 2. Don't know why you're not. Thank you. Warlock. I'm on wires, so they can't do that. Anyway, back to the TWAB. Season of Arrivals has started building a bridge into this fall, and when Guardians wield the darkness for the first time in Destiny 2 Beyond Light. Which has everybody hyped, because we've always wanted to do something about that. And then they got the reveal stream if you want to watch it again, but regardless, I saw it live, I recorded it, I actually streamed it live, I went in and went from there. Then they had the reveal trailer, then the Beyond Light gameplay trailer. Alright, so carrying on. Oh, there's another video, but we're excited about the future of Destiny. To lay the groundwork, we have to make some changes to the core game. Several less explored locations and activities are going to go into the Destiny Content Vault, DCV for short, to pave way for the new hotness like Europa coming this fall. We lay out a lot of information on what to expect in the Build a Viable Future in Destiny article. If you guys want to go there, go check out the This Week at Bungie on their website, and you can read it from there. I could go into that, but that mean that the podcast goes even longer because I'm terrible with reading. Well, I can read very well, but articulating it is not my strong suit. We know you have a lot more questions, and we'll have answers to share throughout the summer. I'm excited to see what they got throughout the summer. So we're gonna definitely check that out and possibly have that included into the podcast at some point. Anyway, let's carry on. Since the season of arrivals acts as a prelude to Beyond Light, we have held our plans for the season closed to our chest until reveal this week. Which is in my opinion, is a smart move on Bungie's end. Nothing wrong with revealing a little bit, but don't reveal everything like you have in the past, because that means everything is going to be known. We're going to see how things go from there, and we're going to enjoy some.
Gambit's always looking for guardians. You in?
I gotta pull up my mixer again. Turn the volume down on that. Ooh, turn that down a little. There we go. Okay. And I don't know why it backed me out. Now I gotta pull the TWAB back up. Back to the This Week at Bungie TWAB. Scroll back down. And then they released the new dungeon, the Prophecy dungeon, which was great. But them not releasing the idea of content for stuff like that is, in my opinion, a smart idea. Key on the wall, I'll be stealing that. Them holding it back is actually a smart idea in my eyes, and regardless how you look at it. If you don't think it's a smart idea, well, that's your opinion. You're 100% welcome to have that opinion. My opinion is it is a smart idea. But them revealing the dungeon for everybody to play is a smart move because it allows everybody to go in and check it out. And from what I've seen, it's very trippy and very confusing, a very mechanics-based one, and it's like, I'm gonna have to see where that goes. Anyway, we're gonna carry on to the Match Made in Heaven section. Which, by the way, for those who... And I could have used that as an upgrade. Just swap to you. Okay, before I carry on, anyway. So this, if I'm to guess, is basically talking about how it's no longer skill-based. It's no longer skill-based matchmaking in standard Crucible playlist. So it starts off with, by the time the TWAB was published, a few changes to the Crucible matchmaking will be live. Matchmaking based on player skill has been removed from all playlists except for Elimination, Survival, and Survival Freelance. Smart move, Bungie. Smart move. Very smart move. Makes it a lot less sweaty in regular Crucible. Trials of Osiris will continue to be match based on the number of wins in your passage. Which is a good thing too, because you don't want to be dealing with torturing everybody at going at 6-0, and your next one is connection based, and it's a friggin' team that just says, "We're noobs. We just got crushed. Oh no! Why do we get crushed? No!" But that was a good thing that they kept that as match based, because the more wins you have, the more likely you're going to see a higher team. And then it says, we are doing this to respond to community feedback, shorten queue times for players. I've noticed they were a little quicker. Improve connection quality of matches. Provide more places where the outcome of matches isn't as important as enjoying the experience. Very much so. Play into the strengths of the Crucible as being a bombastic, frenetic action game. Very much so. Because you're less sweaty, more chances of running into someone who's good, or less likely to run into someone who's bad. It's kind of a flip-flop and ready for everything, and regardless. Alrighty. And then we got in the next portion here, it's the same section. The pursuit of glory points in survival and attempting to go flawless in trials will allow those playlists to reinforce that the outcome of matches are important to keep the stakes high. We want the rest of Crucible to be less of a high-stakes environment where players can have more relaxed experience and just enjoy Destiny multiplayer sandbox. We will continue to monitor feedback and game data around these changes. If you decide to make any further adjustments, we'll let you know. A smart move on Bungie's end for them to do is make it connection-based, so that way you're not running into so many sweat lords. You'll still run into them fairly often, don't get me wrong, but being connection-based over skill-based, you run into a lot of sweat lords, and I've noticed that now that we've got connection-based, it's going to make things a little more interesting for funny moments. Bungie, thank you very much for doing so. Counted you on one of my crew in it, so I guess this is from the dev team for the Dredgen title. And oh, cool. The dev team has a quick update on a change we are making to the Dredgen title. Okay, I'm gonna read this because I want. Hey everyone, as you may have read here, we've made some changes to the world loot pool. As a result, fewer of the legendary weapons in the Playing for Keeps collection badge no longer have a reward and source in the game. While we still strongly believe that gear collection is a critical part of what it means to earn and wear a title, we're going to remove the Playing for Keeps badge for the Dredgen title requirements in an update next week. So that means this week there'll be an update for that. While not trivial, the badge didn't represent the challenging portions of earning the title. We feel removing this requirement doesn't reduce the meaning of wearing the Dredgen over your head. That said, we don't like making changes to titles as their complexity and depth is what gives them meaning. But in this case, the long-term weapon health outweighs a small change to the title. We do know you have a lot of questions about how our Destiny's DCV announcement this week will affect other triumphs and titles. We'll have more details for you soon. Thank you, and thank you for starting a meaningful, evolved world in Destiny. So basically saying we're gonna find out what those changes are for the Dredgen title. Where I'm not completed the Dredgen title, and I almost dropped my controller. I have not completed the Dredgen title, but I want to see those changes because it might affect how the Dredgen title works. I do have a couple of things here that I can get. Sorry, don't mind me. If you're on Spotify, you're not knowing what I'm doing because right now I'm just swapping things. Define gravity, okay. Sorry, I'm just collecting triumphs here. But from what it's sounding in, that's the mode page complete. From what it's sounding like, they're making changes because some weapons are basically going away from the loot pool, essentially. The funny thing is, I've pretty much gotten it all except for one triumph, which is that secret triumph, and if I'm to remember, it involves leveling up the thing 3 times in a season, which I will try and grind for this season because next season I don't know what's gonna happen to it. But anyway, time to move on to new threads which involves Bungie rewards, which is a good idea because I've gotten a few Bungie rewards. I've gotten a couple of T-shirts. I've gotten my Wayfarer medallion. We have a new item from Bungie rewards available for anyone brave enough to defeat the new dungeon, and it's a sweater. So okay. Anyway, carrying on. That's basically it. It was just letting us know, hey, new sweater. Ground control to you. Alright, so when new content is released, the player support team is carefully watching to identify any new issues that emerge so we can get fixes in the works. This is their report. Season of Arrivals and beyond. With the launch of Season Arrivals on June 9th, and with the announcement of Destiny 2 Beyond Light, player support wants to make players aware of resources that are available regarding said content. This includes building a viable future in Destiny 2, Destiny Past, Present, and Future, Season of Arrivals support article, max power level and through infusion guide, and Destiny 2 Beyond Light guide. As I said before, might come back to those and might take a look at some of them. Please note that past season pass rewards from the previous season worthy, are available to claim here. Past season rewards from Season of Worry will be unable to claim when Season of Arrival ends. Now we're on to the good stuff, the hot fixes. So bear with me on this. Hotfix 2.9.0.1 is planned for the week of Monday, June 15th. So that is tomorrow. For more information on this, it becomes available. Visit our Destiny server update and status article. Visit updates. It's basically saying they didn't have any patch notes for the last one. They're going to be doing a patch note this week. So we're going to find out what that is. Charged with Light. If I'm to remember, that is actually a mod. One of the mods you could put on your armor. Shortly before launching the Season of Arrivals, DPS became aware of a bug regarding the seasonal Charged with Light armor mods. This bug allows players to equip all of the current seasonal Charged with Light armor mods on any of the Season of Worthy armor pieces without having previously acquired them. While this bug will be fixed in 2.9.01.1, the team has decided not to disable the mods until then to allow players to try out the mods for this week. That's a little different than what they've done, but I applaud that move. It allows people to try it out, see what it's like, and go from there, have some fun with it, and just have a good time with it, you know? And then they got some upcoming issues that were to have been resolved. Of course, this is back in Thursday, so they're probably dealing with them right now. So with 2.9.0.1, the Guardian Angel Artifact Armor mod is not granting its perk when the mod is slotted. Oof. The Breach Resonator Artifact Armor mod is not granting the perk when the mod is slotted. On controllers, sprint will cancel if players press the sprint action again. I haven't noticed that, but it would be a pain in the ass. Players will full. I think that's a typo. With a full engram inventory of umbral engrams may be blocked from completing the Season of Arrival's opening quest. That is definitely a major bug. They definitely have to get that fixed. Visible holes are present in the EDZ terrain where the Seraph Towers used to be. Well, in reality, you can have them. My personal opinion, keep them there. Adds aesthetic. Makes it look a little different. Makes it look like there was something there at one point, and it would be really interesting to add that to. It would be a nice little touch that makes it look like a past historical event that just happened. But that's getting patched on tomorrow, so regardless, it's gonna be gone. They're gonna be gone. But regardless, Beyond Light pre-order items on Xbox. This is for the Xbox boys and girls. In order to receive their pre-order bonus items, players who have purchased the Destiny 2 Beyond Light or Destiny 2 Beyond Light Plus season pre-order bundles on Xbox needs to be manually downloaded in the Destiny 2 Beyond Light pre-order pack. Keep that in mind. You gotta get the pre-order pack downloaded for you to get your rewards. Players who have purchased Destiny 2 Beyond Light Deluxe Edition pre-order bundle on Xbox will need to manually download the Destiny 2 Beyond Light pre-order pack and the Destiny 2 Beyond Light exotic emote. From the Xbox dashboard, highlight the Destiny 2 image, select Manage Game and Add-ons, navigate to Ready to Install section. Destiny 2 Beyond Light pre-order pack should appear in the right for Deluxe Edition owners. Destiny 2 Beyond Light exotic emote should also be listed. Select Destiny 2 Beyond Light pre-order pack on the right, and then select Install. Deluxe Edition owners should also select Destiny 2 Beyond Light Exotic Emote on the right, then select Install. Wait for the console to report the DLC is installed, start Destiny 2, and visit the Crypt Arc and the tower to acquire your pre-order items. First time I've ever done that. What am I talking about? Some players who have already pre-ordered may run into an issue with the pre-order pack and emote, where the pre-order pack and emote are not showing on the ready to install section. For those players, these are the next steps. So I'm just going to list this all off for the Xbox, you guys, because I play on PlayStation. And I have played on PC, so technically it really doesn't affect me at the moment, because I haven't pre-ordered it yet. Anyway, carrying on. Open Microsoft Store app and navigate to the specific bundle they purchased. Select the install button. This shouldn't take long. It's no more than 30 megabytes. Ready to install for Destiny 2 in My Games and Apps should now be populated with the missing DLC. If reinstalling the bundle doesn't populate ready to install, players should try these steps. Open the store in the Microsoft Store. Search for Destiny 2 Beyond Light pre-order pack and select from the search results. On the product page, select Install. For Deluxe Edition orders, repeat the above steps for the Beyond Light Exotic emote. Wait for the downloads to complete and then try the game again. Alright. Well, current known issues. While we are continuing to investigate various known issues, here's a list of the latest issues that were reported to us from the help forums. The Almighty Exotic Ghost Shell and Saint's Vocation Exotic Ship appear invisible. That would be not an interesting thing to see, and that would definitely have to be fixed. The Tommy's Batchbook Catalyst request has been removed from players' inventories. That would be a very scary thing. Destiny 2 Beyond Light pre-order emblem does not appear in the collections. Yeah, you better fix that very quickly. Amanda Holiday has 2 legendary ships in her inventory that can't be purchased. I read that one before, but... Oh? Console players may experience blacked out emblems, invisible ships, and power level of 0 in orbit. It's been going on for a long time. Anyway, this one caught the attention of everybody, and it's pretty comical. Dying to environmental hazards or the architects will sometimes show a recommended power level of 1,888,947,200 power. So basically saying they're God and you can't fuck with them. Nani? Sorry, I had to, but it was fun. It was a moment they had to do. For the full list of emergent issues in Destiny 2, players can review our known issues article. Players who observe the... So I'm gonna go over to Amanda, see what they're talking about by exotic ships. So yeah, don't mind me, everybody. I'm just, as I said, I'm playing the game as well, so I'm checking. Then they go into the movie of the week. And that's pretty much it. So regardless...
Did Petrovenge pull the trigger, or was it you? Wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Either way, I wasn't going to bring Kate back.
That's not what I wanted. I was hoping to see that, but whatever. But it comes down to this: the TWAB this week was interesting because it not only talked about the future, it talked about current, and it talked about a couple of bugs, like they're supposed to. Had a little gash. But yeah, as long as they're on the ball with updates and patches and stuff like that, we're gonna see a whole different thing going down, and it's gonna be an enjoyable time. They still haven't revealed anything about the PlayStation 4 about not getting the PlayStation Store for Destiny 2, the Destiny 2 pre-order. Be nice when they do. I gotta get that regardless. I'm just checking. Don't mind me. Sorry, I just want to take a look at this. Oh, it's the upgrade edition for this. I can't wait till they finally announce. Okay, so be nice once they finally get that pre-order going for PlayStation, because, you know, they're currently not updating it. But what did I take away from all that? Well, from last week when they revealed it and let us check it all out, it was very exciting when I watched the live event, as you guys seen. I'm a pretty chill guy, regardless how you look at it. So there wasn't really much emotion on my end, but I know everybody else was freaking the hell out. But I was excited the whole time while watching it. It didn't look like it, but you know what? I'm not exactly what you call one of those guys who just freaks out. Mostly because I would have got my ass whooped if I did. I'm not the only person in this place, so I kind of have to. What else? I'm excited for the future of Destiny because, well, they've revealed a whole lot for the next 3 years, and basically the working title, which is Lightfall, from what they say, that's gonna be an interesting one, because that's an indicator of that's the last of it. And it'll be interesting to see in that point. And I'll be excited for that. And sad, because that'll be the last of Destiny. Unless they change their mind halfway through and carry it on like they did, like World of Warcraft. But we'll see how things go for that. But if Destiny hides in a... Sorry, let me correct myself. If Destiny goes the route and says this will be the finale, and it ends up being the biggest thing in gaming, it's gonna hit hard. It's been well, and in reality, when did Destiny start? Now I'm curious. Find you on Wikipedia. I know it started quite a while ago. 2014. Started in 2014. Destiny started in... And basically saying, if Destiny keeps going the route it's going, and in the next 3 years, it's going to be the last day. Now that I think about it, the last day will be on the 10-year mark. Which is going to basically say Hey, guess what? It's been 10 years of Destiny. 10 years of Destiny. And with the event that they had there back on, what day was that? Last Saturday? It's gonna hit hard if they keep things like that. They do seasonal stuff like that, or have in-game live events happening throughout a season to the end of a season, leading to the next. Destiny's gonna hit a whole other chord with the entire world, and I'll be happy to be along that for that ride. And yeah, if what they're saying is true, it'll be 2021. The year 2021 will be the Witch Queen. 2020. No, it will almost be 10 years for Destiny. Almost. Which means there could be the potential of another expansion after that because of that 10-year mark. Destiny's been going on for a long time, and it's been a hell of a damn good journey. I just hope that when that journey ends up coming to a close, because it will, and it'll be sad for every person who plays it. They better give us they better not leave us with a cliffhanger, and it better go down with a bang. And when I mean a bang, I mean a good bang. Because it's gonna be a thing that's gonna hit home. And Destiny. When I first started playing Destiny, it was the game. It was unique. It was completely different. It felt right, even when it had its moments of offness. The content drought of Taken King era was fucking terrible, but it was beautiful in the process. Then you got the Forsaken year, which was full of content, but at the same time it was hit and miss. But then there was Good Times, which was when there was content and when everybody was excited for it all, which will be great. When the more content that Destiny has in it, the better off we're gonna be. And with the DCV, I could see them cycling everything. I could see them cycling things content out on a weekly basis. 1 week it's gonna be this planet. Maybe 2 week cycle. Go 2 weeks with this planet set up, and then the next 2 weeks they bring it back. They swap everything out. And then they go from there and go from there and go from there. Because I would love places to come back like the actual Mars location from the original. I want to go back to Venus. Be a great place to return to. And I want to see what they're gonna do with the content vault, because that looks like it's gonna be an interesting time, and I hope I will be there playing the hell out of it. Even when I go back to work, because that's going to happen at some point. I'm going to end up going back to work at some point. But until then, we're going to be playing Destiny 2 right up for the longest of time. And I want to see where things go, and I want to see it. I'll be there through thick and thin. It'll be one of those things. Bungie, you made a universe. We're going to fucking see it through, boys and girls. Because Bungie has made a game that has a passion in it that not a lot of games actually have. Because Destiny is a universe. It's not like Call of Duty or Fortnite or even other games out there that are in the similar genre, or even some RPGs games out there. It is a universe. The best games you can compare Destiny to, the Destiny franchise to, sorry, I had to correct myself. In my opinion, World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy XIV, Black Desert Online. From what I've been told, Guild Wars as well. Games that have a story to it, but are also what they classify as MMO, because that's what Destiny is an MMO light. And I want to see, and sorry, I'm going off base here, bear with me. Being that it is an MMO light, it's got aspects of MMOs in it. Would I like to see more MMO aspects? Depends on how you look. Maybe like adding some content that allows guild competitions or something like that, or clan competitions, or things along those lines. Adding just a little more customizability to the game, like adding an apartment or something like that, or customizing the interior of your ship. That would be awesome. And what else? Making your Guardian unique as hell. They do need to. I'm just gonna say this right off the bat. They do need to add beards. Bungie, if you end up listening to guys at Bungie, if you guys end up listening to this, suggest it. Come on, we've been wanting beards for years. Sorry, I know. We're pains in the ass, but bear with us. Or even, now that I think about it, adding a facial customization feature. Not just the original story where we're having to create a new character to do so. Add the ability to customize what your character looks like at any time. Make it changeable with legendary shards or glimmer. I'd say legendary shards because they're a little more for a lot of people. They're going to be a lot more common. Make it so that way every change is like 5 legendary shards or something like that. But having the ability to change what we look like and having more visual customization options. A lot of people would love that. That would be one thing I would love to see, is adding some more uniqueness to the game, to your characters. I'm not gonna push for it because that could be on their roster and it could be on their point. I want to see where it goes, and I want to see if they end up doing that at some point. Because a lot of games have the ability to change the looks of your characters with ... items, or just or if you're like Division 2 and Division 1, where you could just go to a mirror and be like, oh, I'm just gonna give my guy a little shave, give him a new tattoo, something along those lines, something a little different, where we can change the look of our character at any time, whether you do it by silver or bright dust. Bright dust would be a good one too. Now that I think about it, bright dust would be a really good use for using. So, in my opinion, legendary shards, glimmer, or bright dust for changing what your character looks like outside of armor. Be a great thing. I talked about a lot of stuff today. It's been a hell of a damn good time. But I would love to see Bungie keep going the route that they're going right now, because it's got me excited. It's got a lot of people excited, and it's gonna be enjoyable to see how things go throughout the time that we're playing. Is there things that I want to see that could potentially be added to the game? Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yes! Hell yes! Everybody does. There's always things that could be added to the game that would make the game a little more. Regardless what game it is, there's always things you could add to a game that would make it pop or fresh or unique. But right now, the route that they are going right now, I'm excited, and I want to see where it goes, and I want to see how good how it ends up playing out. And right now, I'm actually, as you can see, I'm back hooked to Destiny, and I want to see where things go from there. So Bungie, even if I end up taking time off and kind of balancing myself out with other games, just so you know, I will constantly come back to this game. This game is my baby. This game's my home. This game is a place where people can get together. People can enjoy time with each other, make friendships, troll each other, and if you want to really go the long route, hate on each other. But you know, that's gaming. And I'm excited to see where things go for the future. And I want to see if I'm going to see it through. Right to the end. Right on. Right through everything. And I'm going to be one of the many creators, many players, many anything who's going to be there right to the end. And I hope many players come back. And one of them will be my brother. He has played Destiny. He does like it, but he doesn't. There's nothing holding him to it. Mostly because he hasn't found his hook. And at some point, he'll find his hook. But I'm not gonna force him to play it. He's got to find what would attract him back to it, and only he knows that. Until then, I'm going to keep plugging it into his brain and saying, this is what I'm seeing so far, and what is your opinion? But I'm one of those guys who will be right there, and I'm excited to see where things go for this game. I want to see how it plays out, and maybe one day I might end up becoming official canon, but you never know. We're going to see how that goes. But you never know. But regardless how you look at it, everybody, that's the podcast. We're going to call it a wrap. I'm going to shut down the podcast and call it a wrap and carry on some gaming on stream in a little bit. So everybody on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Everybody on Spotify, thank you for listening. You guys are all fantastic, and and next week, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but we're going to find out. But either way, you guys are fantastic. So bye for now. Peace out. And rock out, everybody. You guys are fantastic, awesome, and amazing. And I'll be carrying on my Twitch stream. Alright, bye-bye for now. You just heard the powerhunter3 gamercast. Check me out at twitch.tv/powerhunter3.